Hi, I wanted to talk to you about a title I call Cry for Happy. What it actually has to do with, it was a movie from the 50s. It was kind of a dumb movie, but I always liked that title. Last week I was talking to a friend of mine who lost a child when the child was not quite 2 years of age yet. I've talked to her about it in the past, and it happened quite a few years ago, but it's something that's impacted her for a long time. And a lot of people get concerned when they talk to a shrink and they're saying, like, hey, I know I should be over this. I know this should be done. But I'm like, no, a lot of things that are very special, and if it's somebody very special in your life, like a child, a partner, a sibling, they don't go away. That's okay to feel strongly about them. What she brought up the other day that was kind of interesting was the fact that um, she's now comfortable talking with the family and other people about it a little bit. And there'll be the moment or two of sadness and a little bit of a smile, and that hits the face when you remember how sweet the child was or the time with that person was. This is why I came up with the Cry for Happy concept and thought I'd talk about it a little bit tonight. To me, in my grief and loss book that's available on this website, I talk about one chapter is called, or section's called Dead Men in My Rolodex. Nowadays would be dead men on my cell phone. But we often, in the old days, used to have something called a Rolodex, which was a file of phone numbers, and that now it's literally your contacts on your cell phone. I have some people still on my cell phone that have been dead a year, 2, 3 years. I also have some other people that have either died or that I never want to see again that I've removed from my cell phone contacts. Why do I keep the special ones there? And this is what the article in my book, Grief and Loss, A New Beginning, in the part on Dead Men in My Rolodex covers, is that there's certain people in your life that they were very special and they're still special. They're still part of you. This is why the cry for happy thing partly comes up. When I look through the contacts, and if I see somebody that was really special but they're gone, they could be gone for years, I may get emotional, and that's where a little bit of the cry may come in. But then usually it turns into kind of a chuckle or a smile when I think of how great they were in my life and what we did together and how special it was to be with that person. So I think the weird phrase cry for happy partly works. For this person who lost her child, um, there was a special, having the baby, doing what you could for the baby, thinking of the future, etc., that unfortunately didn't happen. But there's a smile that comes over your face when you realize you got to share that time. Think of it in a weird way, and I'm not putting children down now, please don't take this wrong. But we know when we adopt a puppy or a kitten, it's probably not going to last as long as we do. But we have a lot of happy moments and a lot of fun with that puppy or that cat, don't we? And we know it's probably going to, the average dog maybe lives 12 to 16 years, and the cats maybe, 14 to 18 years. So it's going to go. But you're going to have some happy, happy moments when it's a kitten or a puppy. And then when you think back of it, I have a dog that's been dead now for many, many years. But when I think of him for a moment, a tear comes up when I think, wow, I miss you. But then I laugh when I remember what a problem child that dog was. Always getting into trouble, digging holes. I'd go out in the backyard on the hillside and there'd be a tail sticking out of the dirt. And it was my dog digging in, and then he'd tunnel going after ground squirrel and it would collapse on him. And I'd have to dig him out and take him to the vet. It's okay when you have somebody that you really cared about to think about them and keep them as part of your life forever and ever and ever. If I have my partner died 28 years ago now, and that person is still inside of me and part of me, whatever I do for folks, that influence is there. So, cry for happy doesn't have to be a negative thing. There's nothing wrong with realizing that, you know what, it's okay to miss the person, feel good about them, and miss the beautiful things they brought into your life. So, cry for happy isn't a bad thing.